Welcome to week 4 of your yoga practice. We are going to explore standing strength poses today, but before we do, we're going to invite a little bit of breath as we step onto our mat and make our way there through 2 rounds of our sun salutations, which we explored last week. So take a seat or come into a kneeling posture and we'll face the top of the mat. You can rest your hands down on the lap comfortably. Let the shoulders roll back and down. Close the eyes or soften the gaze. And then start to breathe a little deeper. Deep breath in through the nose. Long breath out. And just take 3 more breaths like this. And slowly make your way forward. You can open your eyes, plant your hands. We'll move into tabletop on the mat today. Let's feel movement through the spine here as we move through our cat-cow, lifting the back, dropping the head, and then diving the belly down, looking forward and up. Exhale, push the floor away, relax the head down. Inhale, looking forward and up. One more time, lifting your back, relaxing your head. From here, can you curl your toes under, lift your hips up and back into your first downward facing dog. Feel free to pedal out your legs, stretching out your calves, your hamstrings. Make sure you're still breathing here. Make sure the fingers are spread, the entire hand active, pressing down onto the mat. And then we're going to use that motion of the feet pedaling to walk towards our hands and reach the top of the mat in a forward fold. You can bend deeply into your knees, grab a hold of your elbows and relax your head down. If it feels nice, you might sway. And then when you're ready, releasing your arms down, pushing through the soles of the feet and peeling up through your spine. Opening up through the chest, take the shoulders back. And then we'll heel toe our feet to touch, big toes together, heels slightly apart. And we'll bring our palms to face forward, shoulders rolling down the back, ready for our first sun salutation. Sweep your arms up above your head, press your palms, look up. As you exhale, bend your knees, drop yourself down over your legs. Hands onto the shins, lengthen the legs and the spine. Hands onto the mat. Let's make our way back into downward facing dog. Slowly roll forward to plank, feeling that roll through your spine, then reaching through the crown of the head. First round, you're welcome to stay on your toes, or you can lower your knees, uncurl your toes, and then bend your elbows as you exhale, chaturanga to the mat. Let the shoulders roll back, the heart reach forward, breathing in. And then exhale, push through your knees, curl your toes, and lift your hips up into your downward facing dog. We're ready to explore our first side of warrior poses. Let's sweep our right leg up behind us. Kick that right heel as far back as you can. And then take your right knee to your nose, shift your weight forward and hold. Inhale, sweep that leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, up and back. And then stepping that right foot between the hands. Feel free to help it if you need to. We're going to drop our back heel down as we turn our left toes slightly out. And then start to feel our belly draw in and away before we lift all the way up into warrior 1. Now in this stance, you don't have to feel like your front foot is directly in front of the back foot. You can feel as though the legs are on train tracks. There is an idea that we're trying to square the hips forward, but as best you can without putting any pressure on your lower back. So if you do feel a discomfort through the lower back here, feel free to keep the hips slightly open and then just square through the shoulders. We'll take a deep breath in here. Exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale. Warrior one. From here, we're going to open out into warrior two. So bring your hands down to your heart space. And then I want you to open your hips towards the left side of your mat and extend your arms out. Now, what you might want to do here is widen your stance just a little bit. Feel free to move in a way that feels good for you. Arms expand, roll your shoulders down your back. Feel your toes, your feet pressing down evenly. And double check that this front knee is tracking over the ankle, but not beyond the toes. So the toes are forward of the knee. We'll just take another 2 breaths here. Start to feel the fire in the legs. If you're looking for a little more depth, bend deeper into your right knee. And then we're moving into our extended side angle. So can you lengthen and reach that right hand as far forward as you can? You can land your right elbow lightly on the thigh or knee, and you can reach your arm straight up towards the ceiling, or if you're looking for a little bit more length through your side body, overhead. Hold here, make sure that you're breathing. If you'd like to evolve this, you can use your side body strength to extend the arm down the leg. Maybe you reach for your ankle. But really try to peel that left shoulder up and back. Maybe the gaze is up, forward, or down. From here, I'm going to add a bind as an option. So take it if you wish. Reaching your arm up, taking it behind your back. Maybe you want to reach for the inner thigh of your right leg. If you're wanting to come into a full bind, it's always an option by taking your right arm underneath the thigh. Now, of course, this is quite advanced, so just take this to whichever variation feels good for you. We've got another breath here. As you exhale, we're going to release any binds. Come down with the hands either side of your front right foot and then sink down into your lunge. All right, so from here, you're probably feeling quite a lot of warmth through that right leg and right thigh. We're going to shift our weight forward, and we're going to bring our fingertips forward, lift up into a variation of warrior three. So lifting up your back leg, flex your toes down towards the floor, pull your belly back towards the spine, and if you can, bring your hands to the heart space and float your body into a variation of warrior three. You can keep a bend in that standing leg or lengthen it out depending on how that feels for you. If you're feeling that your left hip is quite high, maybe lower it down just slightly. Take another breath here, lengthen, perhaps reach those hands above the head. And then when you are ready, slowly come up to stand and relax the arms down. So right now you're probably feeling quite imbalanced. That right leg is feeling very warm and very strengthened. We're going to even that out now on the left side. So top of the mat. Big toes touching, heels slightly apart. Sweep your arms up, press your palms, gaze up. Exhale, dive down. Hands onto your shins, lengthen your legs and your spine. Hands down onto the mat, make your way into downward facing dog. Feet a hip width distance apart. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, knees or toes as you chaturanga down to the floor. Uncurl the toes, lifting through cobra, option to lift into upward facing dog. Lengthening back, downward facing dog. This time your left leg lifts, kick the heel away from you. And then draw your knee to your nose, shift your weight forward and hold. Inhale, reach it up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, up and back. Step the foot through when you're ready, helping if you need. And then slowly dropping down through your right back heel, toes turned out. We're going to sweep the arms up above the head. Warrior one. Deep breath in. Exhale out. Lifting tall through your spine. If you're feeling extension here, keep those ribs knitting down towards your hips, your belly pulling in. One more breath. And then draw the hands to the heart space. We're going to open the shoulders and the hips towards the right side of the mat. And if you like, step your foot a little further back or feet further apart. Open out into your warrior two. Take a deep breath there. Exhale, perhaps sink a little deeper into your left knee. Deep breath in. You want to feel like your arms are reaching as far apart from one another as they can. Exhale. And again, deep breath in. Exhale, evolving from warrior two. Let's extend our body forward. Land the elbow on the knee. It can be very light. Your top hand can reach up or maybe over, extending from your fingertips to the outer edge of your back foot. If you want to go further, maybe that arm slides down towards your ankle. And if you'd like to bind, the arm can come up and behind the back. Full bind option if you'd like to take it, reaching your left hand underneath your right thigh. Okay, take a full breath there. One more. And slowly looking down, releasing both hands either side of your front foot, rolling into a lunge. All right, we're moving into our variation of warrior three. So step your back foot in. Fingertips can come forward, lifting your back foot off, flexing that back foot, toes are down, almost like you're kicking that foot into a wall behind you. And then lift your belly and start to find your balance to lift your hands from the floor. You can bring your hands, press them right into the sternum. If you feel like your right hip is opening, do your best to find a steady balance through the hips, squaring them off as best as you can. You've got 2 more breaths here. And slowly reaching the arms if that's where you'd like to go. 1 more deep breath. And then slowly standing all the way up and relaxing those arms down. I hope you've enjoyed the heat in the legs. I've got 1 more standing strength exercise for you. Back at the top of the mat, it's called Utkatasana or intense chair pose. Big toes together, heels slightly apart. Sweep your arms up above your head, pull your navel back towards your spine, and then drop your tail back. Now, can be quite easy here to extend the spine a lot, so see if you can tilt it under. A little bit of extension is fine, but we're aiming on sitting the tailbones down. Keep the ribs drawing in, the core and the belly is on. Deep breath in. Exhale, sink. Deep breath in. Exhale, sink. If your arms are bent, try and lengthen them out as best you can, reaching them a little higher, drawing the shoulder blades and the lats down. Inhale here. Exhale, sink. 1 more. This time as you exhale, coming all the way down into a forward fold. Nice bent knees, relax the head down. And we're gently going to make our way all the way down onto the mat. Kneeling or seated as best and as comfortable as you can feel. Take a nice tall seat, roll those shoulders back. You might feel like your heart rate is elevated. You might feel like the legs are still a little tense, and that's okay. I hope you've enjoyed exploring those strength poses, and we'll keep evolving this over the next few weeks. So stay practicing, and I'll see you next week. Namaste.